You're listening to part 2 of 5 for episode 19 of the Psychotherapist Podcast. If you want to skip to part 1 for continuity's sake, that might be helpful for this particular episode. But if you also just want to hear about how I rescued Harry Potter, the Harry Potter, from the clutches of cannibals and giant spiders with wings and all kinds of nonsense. Hope you guys enjoy. Peace. I don't know, man. I really wanted to, but the good news is that once I got home, I had no more time to feel like an asshole, because as soon as I got home, I had to rescue Harry from the clutches of the savages. Like, he literally, as soon as I came home, was like, dude, save me, get me away from these people. They have been screaming all day. And I'm like, Doug, I know it's very entertaining stuff, but I've seen this show a million times.
Yep, and what people don't know is you're talking about a wedding shower that was planned for your sister at your house today.
And that was a huge part of it, because as soon as I got home, I had a slice of pizza, and then I told everyone, I just want a glass of wine and then I'll get started. So I poured a glass of wine, I had 2 sips, and then that glass of wine was just sitting out on the porch for the next 3 hours while I was working.
When you say get started, you mean
move all the tables, and we're dealing with very inept, dumb, useless, incompetent people. Like, let's all move the tent to this spot. I'm telling you right now, it's really shitty terrain. It's really hilly. There's a lot of dirt patches. There's dog poop all over there. It's not a good spot. You're going to regret putting over there. Let's just put it over there. Oh, it's kind of hilly. Oh, can we just, like, make it not hilly? And I'm just like, you are psychotic. So we're moving just one tent back and forth all across the fucking lawn, and every little thing, like, we have to bring all these drinks over to the neighbor's fridge, and we have to move all these tables, and we have to set up all these chairs, and it just goes on, and I had to run to, the grocery store this morning, and, like, I was working, like, as soon as I got up, I just had a smoke and then just was busy until basically 20 or so minutes ago. And even when I run to the grocery store, someone else is running over 15 minutes later, because, like I said, these are very incompetent people, and I've just had to actually just take charge of things. Like, I'm usually not one to assert myself and start telling people what to do, but I'm just like, I need to get this done. I'm going to kill myself if I just sit there and let these idiots figure it out. So,
So you felt like you needed to take charge?
To some extent, yeah. Because it was ultimately Katha Daffy's instructions that were key. But she would, one, have no idea what she's even talking about or what she wants, which is helpful. And 2, like, when we go over to the neighbors, she just decides to chat. She'll give us, like, multiple vague instructions and then chat with the neighbor for like an hour. Not literally, but just she goes on, and we're all standing there with our thumbs up our bums, and we're just like, what does she want us to do? And I'm just like, I know she wants to move this over here, so let's just start on this hard stuff, because she's gonna be a minute. She's gonna be a while, guys, so we might as well, and then, like, 20 minutes, whatever, later, she's like, all right, now we gotta do this, and that, ha ha ha. And it just, when I was talking earlier about rescuing Harry from, his evil muggle family, I, wasn't even referring just to helping with the chores, because God knows if I had stayed at that shindig, I, would have been coming home way later, and at least a full beer at the very least, and just, that would have been more work for him. But what I really meant by rescuing him is that they were all just, they have no self awareness, Bob. Like, it's really a sight to behold. Like, as soon as I come back, everyone's sitting around having pizza. Just an example of one outburst of just embarrassing, ridiculous proportions that I words will fail to describe, but I'll try anyway. Um, and I had to apologize to Harry. Like, I am so sorry that they are this socially retarded. It's embarrassing. I'm
Right, right.
sorry. I'm sorry you had to be that with that all day. He even joked like, "Oh, there's a hotel down the street. I'm thinking about it." I'm like, and then he said, "Oh, I'm just kidding," and I said, "No, you're not.
Yeah.
No, you're not." um, yeah,
Well, there's no correlation between cognitive intelligence and social intelligence whatsoever.
no kidding.
Very often, it's an inverse sort of thing where people who are very bright have great cognitive skills don't have a clue socially.
Yeah, let me just give you a quick example
Okay.
to illustrate. So when I'm sitting having my like slice of pizza or whatever, and taking in orders and demands, Buchenwald starts ranting about the environment and pollution and how we need to recycle. And I just started to say, Buchenwald, I think it's really good that you're conscious about recycling. And then I got that far in a just totally measured tone of voice. And I was going to say, you do know giant corporations count for a huge percentage of pollution. So, like, it's good we all do our part, but we shouldn't feel
Right.
guilty. You know what I mean? I was
Mm-hmm.
basically going to say something like that, but I just said, it's good, you want to do your part for the environment, something like that. I got that far and she just explodes. Malcolm, fucking stop now! I can't take your lecturing bullshit! Like, psychotic. Like, a really
Mm-hmm.
psychotic response. And, everyone's jaw dropped. My jaw dropped. Like, I was just in shock at how dramatic and reactionary and psychotic the reaction was. And everyone is like, shut up, Buchenwald, you nut job. Like,
Well, she sounds like some of those people you see on television, the
oh,
extreme
oh,
left
oh,
wing
this
people.
this
Yeah.
is this is something I need to get on my chest. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it was last week, and I've mentioned this before, Bob. Those toxic femininity is a real fucking thing, and you see it in like the Real Housewife whatever shows where it's all
Yeah.
this just petty high school behavior from like 50-year-olds. And I once said last week some comment like, some light jab to Buchenwald. It's like, oh, don't, she was talking about watching that stuff, and I'm like, oh, don't watch that stuff too much. You might start acting like it. And she instantly, it's like I insulted,
Uh-huh.
her dead husband and was pissing on his grave or something. She got so mad and reactionary, and I'm like, wow, did I touch a nerve or something? Like, she started acting exactly like the people in the show. Like, she started, I swear to God, she has started little gestures and things that she didn't always do until she started watching these shows, like saying condescendingly, "Oh, honey, no," shit like
Yes.
that. I'm like, gee, I wonder where that came from. Are you? Which one are you? Like, I'm gonna start calling her Leia now or Leah because I guess that's just one of the characters.
I have no
Hermione,
clue. But
Herm,
she is into reality TV,
she
right?
is reality TV, bro. It's
Okay.
disturbing. That's what I'm saying. Toxic femininity, cultural, whatever shit. It's like people can roll their eyes at it, but you see it in everyday people.
Well, you saw it directly.
I wish I filmed it. I'd be a millionaire.
Right. This is almost like an epilogue to your day, though. This all happened after the work situation and after you got home and started to get ready for this event today.
Yeah. It's just, this is what I just deal with on a daily basis and what I come home to and why I'm like, please drag me back into the office.
Yep.
Please. Like, there's a part of me that really is getting there, and It's a quick side note that maybe we can circle back to later, but one of the advantages I'm trying to see of being is dating app access,
Yes.
because distance is a huge issue where I'm working from at home in Bleep. Uh, so, you know, it's because I just think, like, I've talked with Andy about this, like, girls in New York, if they're just one borough over, they'll be like, nah, too far.
Right.
There's too many
Exactly.
other guys that are closer to me, so fuck it. But,
Yep.
so yeah, I had this mini meltdown where I just felt like I felt like a little bitch that was running away, and I had to mentally coach myself.